Okay, B'Shem Hashem Na'atzeh Siach, the second part of DAF 44, Chav Vet Amud Bet. Bekil'ah. When he wanted to go in his house, the Rav Yeshua Atu V'Shalu L'Ravasi, they asked Ravasi, Amar Lo Shanu Ela L'Chol HaMargil. That what we said previously is only for a regular sick person, because he had relations with his wife. Aval choli le'onso, if he had accidental emission, patur mikulam, he doesn't have to go to mikveh at all, and he can learn Torah. Amar Rav Yosef, itzmat chifsa de Rav Nachman. According to this, we need to repair and rebuild the bucket that Rav Nachman made that held Tisha Kabin. Why is that? Very simply because most Talmidei Chachamim, Rashi explains, the Mefarshim explain, are, since the Torah makes you weak, they're like sick people. And therefore, according to this opinion, they don't have to go to the mikveh. They could just take that shower of pouring the 9 kabin on top of them. Michti kulu amarai v'tanai b'diz Ezra mafligi v'nichna Ezra hechatikin. We had a bunch of disputes whether you could use 9 kabin, which is like a shower, or you have to actually go to the mikveh. Well, let's look at the original decree to see how Ezra instituted it. Amar Abaye Ezra Tikan Lebari Haragil Arbaim Sa'a. The classical and authentic reason what Ezra did is that if it's a regular healthy person, he needs to go to a mikveh. Ubari leonso, and if it's a healthy person that saw a nocturnal emission from downstairs, not because he was with his wife, he can become pure through throwing the 9 kabin on top of him. Now, Ezra was not talking about a sick person. The rabbis come and dispute what would the law be regarding a chole. Mar Rav Dimi holds savar chole haragil kebari haragil. He says a sick person that was with his wife is like a healthy person that was with his wife, and he also needs to go to the mikveh. And a sick person that saw it by, not because of relations, normal relations with his wife, he's like a healthy person, and therefore it's enough to do 9 kabin. Mar Savar, Ravin holds chole haragil kebari leonso. A sick person that saw Carrie in the classical way, which was because he was with his wife, is like a healthy person that saw it by mistake, not because he was with his wife, and that's why 9 kabin is enough. And somebody that was both sick and saw the Carrie in an unnatural way, not because he was with his wife, but just because of another accidental reason, he doesn't have to go to mikveh at all. Amar Rava nehi detikan Ezra tefila netina mitikin v'amar mar Ezra tikan tevila lebali keren. Rava has a problem. He says, who said Ezra made this thing up of the 9 gallons to throw upon yourself? Ezra always is saying go to the mikveh. Amar Rava Ezra tikan tevila lebari haragil ba'armim sa. What Ezra did, the classical institution of this whole halacha was that a regular healthy person needs to go to a mikveh. The rabbis came and changed the decree, modified it, that if a person saw it by accident, he can go and throw the 9 gallons upon himself. Now the rabbis, on a third layer, come and have a argument. Bechole, a sick person. Mar saval chole Margil kebari hamargil. Sick person that had relations with his wife is like a healthy person that had relations with his wife, and he needs 40 sa'ah. V'choli le'onso kebari le'onso. And a sick person that had an accidental emission is the same way as a healthy person that had an accidental emission, and that's why kabin is enough. Tisha kabin is enough. And Ravin holds savar lebari ragil b'arba'im sa'ah. A healthy person that had relations with his wife, he needs to go to the mikveh and 40 sa'ah. V'chol haragil, and a healthy person a sick person that had relations with his wife, kabari la'onso, and he's like a bari la'onso, a healthy person that had an accidental emission, and 9 kabin is enough. Tisha kabin, aval choli la'onso patur mikulam, but a sick person that saw it by accident, he does not need to go to anything, do any type of immersion. Amar Rava hilchat bari haragil v'chol haragil serichin 40 sa'ah. A person that had relations with his wife, whether he's sickly or healthy, they need to go to the mikveh, like Rav Dimi says. Ubari la'onso tisha kabin, a healthy person that saw it by accident, he needs tisha kabin. But a sick person that saw it by accident, he does not need anything. Aval chole le'onso patur mikulam. Tanu Rabbanan bal kerish natnu alav tisha kabin ma'im taor b'madvarim amurim la'atzmo aval la'acherim 40 sa'ah. This that we were lenient and said you could do the 9 kabin, take the shower type of, that's only if you want to learn Torah for yourself. But if you want to do such a lofty and important mitzvah of teaching Torah to the masses, then you need to actually go to a mikveh. Rabbi Yehuda Omer 40 sa'ah mikol makom. No, any type of balkari needs, there's no such thing as 9 kabin, shower, you need to dip yourself in a mikveh. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Yishua ben Levi, Rabbi Elazar, Chad mi'ha'izug v'chad mi'ha'izug ha'resha. So these rabbis, some of them are from the first part and from the second part of the Mishnah. Chad Amar, one of them says, Had Amarta b'ma davarim amurim la'atzmo. That we say 9 kabin is enough is only if you want to teach Torah, learn Torah to yourself. Aval la'acherim, to teach Torah to other people, sarich litpol b'arbi'im sana, you need to go to a real mikveh that has 80 gallons, 40 sa'ah in it. Lo shanu ela lechol hamargil. That's only for a sick person that had relations with his wife. Aval chole le'onso, a sick person that had an accidental emission, tisha kabin, 9 kabin is enough. V'chad amar kol la'acherim afilu chole le'onso adeka 40 sa'ah. The other one says, no, anytime you teach Torah to others, even if you were a sick person that saw it by accident, you need a bona fide mikveh of 40 sa'ah. Some learn this regarding the end of it, and this is how to understand it. Somebody that says Rabbi Yehuda that always requires you to go to a 40 sa'ah mikveh, that's a mikveh that's dug in a hole in the ground. Aval bekelim lo, but a mikveh that's built upon the ground in like a bathtub, that's not acceptable. V'chad amar afilu bekelim nami. No, it doesn't have to be a perfect mikveh like a woman needs to go, but even a mikveh on top of the ground that's like in a bathtub or like in a hot tub, that suffices. Gemara says bishlema lemanda amar afilu bekelim hainu diktani Rabbi Yehuda Omer 40 sa'ah mikol makom. The one that says even a mikveh that's like a hot tub, like a jacuzzi above the ground, a hot tub, that's good. That's why Rabbi Yehuda is saying any type of 40 sa'ah, whether in the ground or in a bathtub, in a tub is okay. Ela lamanda amar bekarkain bekelim lo mikol makom latu yemai. Why would Rabbi Yehuda say mikol makom, any type of mikveh is okay? Gemara answers latu yemayim she'uvim. Rabbi Yehuda would be at least this lenient to say that you could use a mikveh that's not pure rainwater like the real mikvahs are, but a mikvah that was made from waters that was gathered in buckets, like a pool. The rabbis were eating bread together. He said, I should lead the benching, say the zimun. Why? Because even though I saw carry, I was through 9 kabin upon myself. Amar leu Rabba Bar Shmuel Tanina b'madvarim la'atzma v'alacherim 40 sa'ah. When is that enough? 9 kabin. That's for if you want to pray or teach Torah, learn Torah for yourself. But if you want to lead other people's in prayer or teach other people Torah, you need to go to a real mikvah. Aval la'acherim 40 sa'ah. Rather, Ella havu lididi livrach denafal alay 40 sa'ah. He says, no, give it to me to say benching, because I had a shower, I had buckets of 40 sa'ah thrown upon me. Which actually does not mean literally, it says that he dipped in a real mikveh. But Rav Huna said, Amar lo Rav Huna havu lididi livrach de leka alay kulahai v'hai. He says, I didn't become tameh at all. I didn't become impure at all. I didn't need to go to the mikveh because I was not a Baal Keri, so I should lead the services. Rav Chama tavel b'male yom tepiska laotzia rabbi medei chovata. Rav Chama had a custom that the eve of Passover, he would go to the mikveh because he wanted to teach Torah to the masses, the laws of Passover on the eve. So again, since he wanted to lead the Seder and teach people the laws of Pesach, whatever, that's when he would only go to the mikveh. But the law is not like him. Rather, the law is like Rabbi Yehuda ben Betera, that Torah is like fire, and you could always either learn Torah or teach Torah. You don't need to go to the mikveh before. The Mishnah says, if in the middle of your prayer you were spaced out and you realized that, oh my goodness, I didn't go to the mikveh, and now you realize in the middle of the Shmona Esrei that you're a Baal Keri, you just don't abandon the prayer, but you just say the end of each bracha. You shorten it, you abbreviate your prayer. The Gemara says, Mi sheyarad litpol, somebody that went to the mikveh, and now it's the time of sunrise, which is the most auspicious and perfect time to say Shema, right before sunrise. Im yachol la'alot ve'lekasot ve'likrot ad shelo tieh hanetzach hama, ya'aleh v'yitkaseh ve'yikreh. Ve'im lav yitkaseh b'mayim. If you can get out of the mikveh quickly and put on your robe and say Shema, so you say it with sunrise, do so. But if not, make the water cloudy and then say Shema right before sunrise, because that's the perfect auspicious time to say Shema. Velo yitchaseh lo b'mayim harayim velo b'mei hamishre. You should not say, if you bathed in a putrid, dirty water, you're not allowed to say Shema there. Or water that was used to soak flax that smells bad, that's not a good place to say Shema in. Until you put a ton of water and the water becomes clear and smells good again. So you're not allowed to say Shema in a place that smells bad, basically. Water that smells bad. And how far do you have to go from a place that smells bad? V'kama yarchik mehem, from like urine, umina soda, and from feces, to say Shema, arba'a amot. 4 amot, which is approximately between 6 and 8 feet. Gemara says, Tanu Rabbanan hayomed b'tfilah v'nizkar shu ba'al keri lo yafsik ela yikatzer. Like we said in the Mishnah, if you're saying Shemona Esrei, and then you remembered in the middle you were a Baal Keri and you hadn't gotten to the mikveh, don't stop praying, just abbreviate your praying. And finish it up quickly. Same thing, if you were learning Torah, Haya Kore Torah, ונזכר שהוא בר קרי, אינו מפסיק ועולה. So if you got an aliyah in the shul, and then you remembered, oh my goodness, I should have gone to the mikveh before I got the aliyah. It says in the ancient times, the person that got the bracha, he would read the part of the Torah, that portion himself. So it says, quickly read it, wrap it up. That's what it means, megamgem v'koreh. So you could quickly go to the mikveh. Rabbi Meir says, "En Baal Keri Rashai Likrot BeTorah Yoter Mishosh Parashim." Rabbi Meir says, don't even finish the aliyah. Just do the bare minimum. Say the 3 psukim, and then stop. Give the next person to read, because you're a Baal Keri and you shouldn't be reading. Tanya Idach, we learned in another place. If you see there's feces like dog poop, which happens a lot, or a dirty diaper of a baby that especially is not wrapped up but is open, and you have to go 8 feet away from it, to 4 amot away from it to pray. Va'atanya listadim, we saw that somewhere else it doesn't say you have to be behind it, but you could even be on the sides of it 8 feet away. Gemara says lo kasha, hada efshar, hada lo efshar. It's not a question. It depends. If there's like a wall in front of you, then you can't go 8 feet ahead of it. You have to go 8 feet to the side. But if there's no wall in front of you, it's an open area like in a field, then go 8 feet ahead, so it'll be behind you. Let's say you were praying somewhere, like in a park bench. You were on vacation, and now you see under your table where you were putting your siddur, there was feces under it. Amar Rabba afal pi shechata tefilato tefillah. Even though you prayed, your prayer is accepted. But we ask a contradiction to this. This is like it's an abomination. It's like the offering, the korban of an evil person that God rejects. He says, even though you prayed, your prayer is an abomination. So if you look at Tosfot, Pirish read the dafka b'makom shayachol istapek v'tot sheyesh soah. So halachically, it depends like this. If it's a place like a park that is full of dogs, or a place where you know your children there can be dirty diapers, so you were negligent, your prayer is not accepted. You have to pray again. But let's say it was an accident. You honestly didn't know. You only realized in the middle that you were in a dirty place. Then, if you look at Tosfot and the Halacha, your tefillah is b'di'evet. Your tefillah is accepted on a low scale, but you don't have to go ahead and pray again. Tanu Rabbanan. Haya omed b'tfilah. If a person, so just to go, Ela amarava hoyil v'chata, if you were negligent and you didn't find your tefillah to'eva, and in such a case, even b'di'evet, your tefillah is not accepted, like we explained. Let's say you were praying and unfortunately the person had some type of sickness, incontinence. He couldn't hold his urine, and his urine was coming down his knees. So what's the halacha? You stop praying, posek ad sheyichlu hamayim. You stop praying until you finish urinating. V'chozer mitpalel, and then you could go back and pray. Now lehechan chozer, where do you go back and pray to? Obviously, this is a case where you can't change your clothing. You're in the middle of nowhere and you have no change of clothing and there's no bathroom. But when you continue your prayer, obviously, if possibly after you clean yourself and wash yourself, Rav Chisda bar Amnun Echad Amer Chozer LaRosh, One says, well, just go and start the prayer from the beginning. He says, no. If you were at modim, now that you stopped your urinating, you don't need to go to the beginning. Just go to, for example, modim, where you left off. Lema b'haika miflegi. And let's say that their argument is regarding this. We'll do that tomorrow.